Today is 25th of February. Market open with a gap and trade upwards throughout the day, up 48 points to close at 2973 with increased volume. This is a strong move, which in the process actually take out this resistance of 2960. Now, support will be at this gap here at about 2935. Immediate resistance is at this level, this pivot high here of 3017. Now when it approach 3000 itself, which is a psychological resistance, it is an area to watch as well. Now market was actually stuck in the trailing range, which is quite obvious because the 1326 SMA is actually not in proper order. This strong move itself would like to actually capitalize. Now of course this represents the blue chips. Now this week we see strong move in blue chips. At the same time we see weakness in the tech sector. So tech sectors right now is something we need to avoid until it normalizes. Now, as mentioned, strong move from the blue chip, in particular the travel-related SIA and SETS, and as well as the bank. Now, this is SIA. This was discussed in the last 2 weeks video. Particularly, we're interested in this tight build-up here, and they actually broke out very nice day 3 days ago, and followed by a pause here. All right, notice a small body, and today we have a nice follow-through in the process, taking out this intraday high as well. Notice the bars extremely huge, volume versus very high. Of course, daylight has increased. Look for a pullback here if I missed the trade earlier, and look for setups to actually go long. Less impressive than SIA, SETS. Alright, again you notice over here there was an attempt break but actually pull back, and just like the SIA broke out 3 days ago and followed through with increased volume. Look for pullback, look for new setups. Now this move itself is probably due to the expectations of recovery rather than because of the budgets, because budget was announced last week and we don't see any move at all. So it's probably more in anticipation of the recovery in the sector. Let's take a look at the bank stocks. UOB. Now pattern wise, UOB and OCBC has a nicer pattern. This is UOB. Notice actually January sideways consolidations, shallow pullback, and then it actually broke out and with a gap. I mentioned actually in previous video, I think the last video I mentioned about banks was 4th of February, that you need a catalyst to actually trigger this break, and the catalyst could well be the 10-year US Treasury bill, which actually the yield has went up quite significantly. So look for pullback, look for setup. Now again, we cannot get carried away because we have overhead resistance. Now the three banks all generally have almost similar patterns. This is OCBC. Again, this January sideways move, and here we have very tight consolidation break on the upside. Today it actually gap up. Again, look for pullback, look for setups to go long. DBS. Now DBS has a slightly different pattern compared to UOB and OCBC because generally you have quite a deep retracement. So it's better to actually look at the OCBC and UOB. Alright, obviously today we have huge gap. If you have to trade this, it's more likely here and run. Immediate resistance is at this level here at about 2740. So these are the 5 stocks that are showing extremely strong. Let's take a look at some of the other blue chips. SPH. Pattern wise is nice, but it's just that it's not that strong. If you notice after this run up, it actually consolidates sideways. There's a shallower consolidation here and managed to actually break this resistance here, followed by pullback today. Has an attempt to actually break this high here. I'd like to see it take out this high here of 129. Now Sembcorp Industry has a very strong move today, but this is really part of a consolidation pattern. So notice crisscrossing of 1326 SMA does indicate that actually it doesn't has trend. It's just stuck in a trend range, but it's just that today we have a nice bar. I'd like to see what happens, because eventually if we can complete these consolidations and then break on the upside, that will be generally nice. But it's still too early.